My first question for you is, given all the success you guys had last year, how surprising is this year? I mean, you guys were so young coming in. I mean, I don't know if you thought coming in, oh man, I'm gonna have to do a lot because this team is so young. But it seems like the freshmen have caught on, rather quickly, and you guys still one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, just from the start during preseason, we kind of made a statement that we were going to have them to step up, and the upperclassmen did a great job to make sure we kind of took them under our wing and taught them as much as we could from the start, and they just did a phenomenal job filling in and just playing and working their butts off and just coming into the culture that we had already had here, and just with all of that combining and such great team chemistry, like we got the results.
Is the team maybe better at this point this year than it was last year, or can you even compare, the two groups?
Well, it's so different because last year we were so upperclassmen based. I mean, we graduated 8 or 9 seniors, so it was just a different dynamic. But this year we're a lot younger, but the team chemistry's not any worse or any better. It's just different. So both teams meshed very well, and that's kind of how we're getting results because we're willing to do whatever it takes for each other on the field.
Savannah, why do you think this SEC tournament run is going to be different this time around?
Yeah, we all really want to win it. The seniors haven't made it past the semifinals since we've been here, and we just kind of want to go in with nothing to lose and play our best and hopefully make it until Sunday and win it all.
And put this senior year in perspective for me. Maybe put this career. You got a few weeks left. To add. To your great career as you reflect. Going to the SEC tournament. What kind of stands out to you now?
It's kind of crazy that it's coming to an end so fast, but there's still so much left to do in this season and in my career, and I just want to keep helping this team get to new heights and hopefully, win the tournament in the SEC and then make it farther in the NCAA. So just sticking game by game and not really looking towards the end yet, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun.
What do you think is going to be the key this week?
Just staying together. It's a lot of games in a short amount of time, so making sure we focus on recovery from game to game, and then when we're in the game, just take everything as it comes to us and make sure we're prepared and work for each other on the field.
I'm curious, how impressed are you with this freshman class? Does anyone kind of remind you of you?
They're all phenomenal. I mean, we've had to have several of them come in, and a lot of them are starting for us. A lot of them are coming off the bench, and they're just filling in such big roles that seniors left last year, and they're doing a phenomenal job at it. So, I mean, just as a class in general, they're really great, and they just embody this culture and program that we have here, and it's just really cool to see the growth that they've already made in this season and then the potential that they have going forward.
If somebody hadn't seen the team play yet this year and they asked you, well, what's the thing on the field that your team's best at? What would you tell them?
Controlling the little things, meaning making sure that we do what we can every single game, not so much from a soccer standpoint, but from what I can control. So controlling my work ethic, recovery runs, anything like that. I think that definitely sets us apart because not every single day is you're going to have your best game of soccer, but you can control how hard you work and how hard you perform that day. And I think every single person doing that on the field at the same time is what has gotten us results in difficult games.
Savannah, you got another postseason award last night, SEC Offensive Player of the Year for the second straight year. What does that mean to you, knowing that you've made an impact not only within the team, but the whole SEC is noticing that?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to always be recognized for that kind of stuff, but it's just a testament to how well this team's performed. Without the results and anything like that, I wouldn't be in the position to be able to be recognized. So it's all around just a team award for me to be able to be in that position to begin with.
I'll kind of say the same thing, that as Savannah. Given last year's run, are you surprised or has this team exceeded your expectations?
I would say probably exceeded. I think coming off of last year, I just knew this was going to be tough to fill some big roles that we lost in the senior class and to put a lot on the shoulders of our, few seniors we had to lead the team. And we didn't have a lot of upperclassmen. We really have mainly sophomores and freshmen. That makes up 2/3 of our team. So it was definitely more questions to be answered, but I felt good about the group and returning players and the attitudes and the potential we had. but you don't always know how they're going to handle the step up to take over a starting role and freshmen to jump into the college game. And they've just been outstanding from day one. And I guess it's been a surprise, but now that I've, been with this team for a while, I'm not surprised what they've been able to accomplish with their attitudes and their work ethic.
Is this team better defensively than it was last year?
I think, I don't know, it's hard to compare. I think both are very strong defensively. That's what leads to championships, really. We've held opponents to very few opportunities and goals, very good goal-scoring teams, and that's allowed us to stay in games and give our offense a chance to score. And as you know, soccer's not a lot of scoring, so you've got to make sure you hold your opponent, give them a few chances, and take advantage of your chances. And I think that, again, our defense has just been solid all year, and both years just excellent. And that's, again, why we've been able to win a championship 2 years in a row.
Just talk about, this tournament this week. I know Savannah says she wants this, because the seniors that haven't been to the finals yet, it seems like at all success you guys had, SEC tournament, of course, hopefully a national championship would be nice. What do you think is going to be key for the girls this week?
I think they have to go in with the same attitude they've had all season. They want to reach some goals. They want to achieve goals. They want to achieve more. As Savannah said, there's still more to play. There's more to opportunities to leave their mark before they leave here as a class. And that's where our younger players have to rally around those seniors and understand that each game's important, and there is a lot to say for a team that can go through another week and win another championship. And so we're going to go in with the best attitude, but understand that, again, we have to take care of business day and day. If you lose, you're out, and that's preparing us for the next level of the NCAA tournament. So I think this is a great prep week, again, coming off a championship, to learn that it's do or die now, and what can we do, how can we respond, and then take that into the NCAA championships.
And it kind of helps too, because you guys were in this position last year, coming as the number one seed. I guess how much you drawing on that, for this team, and especially the underclassmen who will just be their first time.
Yeah, I think anytime you have experience with something, it helps. I think to go undefeated last year was probably a little more pressure on us than it is now. The fact we've gone and we've lost a game, we tied one, that was a disappointment. We've had chances to respond to some adversity, when last year, we hadn't lost until the SEC tournament. So, and I felt good that that had happened going into NCAAs, because when you want to lose your first, you want to be not knocked out of the NCAA championship. So, that's where I think we've responded well. We've learned, been more experienced this year, been down goals when we hadn't last year. And so there's a lot of things that make us better and more prepared for postseason than even last year when we went undefeated.
I guess for me, Coach, just talk about your award winners. A lot of freshmen make an impact, led by Savannah, of course, two-time SEC Offensive Player of the Year. When you kind of look at this team, do you kind of just go like, wow, we're actually, pretty good?
Yeah, I think when you're in it, you don't reflect often. And, I obviously Savannah has grown as a player and gotten more recognition across the country and by the national staff, and we've always known the potential and the kind of player she is, and I'm so proud of her to get that kind of recognition now. But that she's worked to become the best senior she can be, and that's a huge credit to her. So we've had something special with her, but we also know, and Savannah knows, and the team knows, that you can't win with one player. And so we have a very good team and surrounded by quality players, and Savannah is just someone that teams have to worry about, but we've had players all year step up at crucial times to score game-winning goals, to make tackles, to be a solid team, and to have a leader like Savannah definitely is a help.
What does it mean to you? You just talked about the award winners you guys have, but you got SEC Coach of the Year once again. You spent so much time with these girls, preparing them, but how does it feel to know that everything that you're doing and getting across to the team is paying off at the end?
I think I'm honored to coach this team, this group of women. They make our job easier because they're just such tremendous people. But they've bought into what we want to do, and that makes them a great team. I also have to give so much credit to our whole staff. I get Coach of the Year, but this award goes to our entire staff who work day in and day out. We all play a role. We play a piece to making them better. And Coach Jamie Smith, who does so much teaching them, going through video, making us better each week, that it's a huge award, and I'm honored, but I'm representing our entire program.
If somebody hadn't been paying attention to the season yet and was just tuning in now, how would you describe your team as far as your strength, or defensive team, offensive team? What?
I think there's a lot of resolve with our team. We don't give up. We work hard, and we try to outwork opponents but play good soccer. And so that means that we are doing everything we can to get behind the ball to defend. Once we win it, we're opening up, trying to transition to get open as fast as we can so we can keep the ball, and doing the work ahead of time. So those are things we talk about with them, and controlling the controllables, and I think that's where you see it in their play. If something doesn't go right, pass is not always going to be perfect, but how they respond to it, how they react to the next play, can they get the ball back if they lose it, those kind of things are things that we look for, and I think this team has really embodied all season.
Any team that you're keeping an eye on in the tournament, saying who? I probably want to get a crack at them, or we might play our best game.
Not really. I think it would be great to face A&M, who we didn't face all season. We haven't had a chance to play. And they were right behind us in the standings. It was so close, it came down to the last game. So it would be fun to play someone we haven't played all year. And they're a quality team, so that would be a great matchup, if we could both make it to Sunday. But really, we just look to the next opponent. So right now we're worried about Arkansas and have to take care of business there.